Hello everyone, this is Coach Oliver. Welcome to day number 7 of the American Cup 2022. In this game, we will feature the women's section of the elimination bracket game between the young Alice Lee against Tatev Abrahamyan. It is actually the second match between the two. Alice winning the first match convincingly, but this time it went the distance. All right. This game, Alice was actually in a must-win situation after losing the first playoff game, and she delivered. It only shows the fighting ability of this kid. That's a rare talent. She was white. She went for d4, e6, c4, b6. Tatev went for the Queen's Indian, a3. Okay, the main point of a3 is to stop the bishop b4. So you could play knight c3 without worrying about a double pawn c3 and c4. Bishop into b7, knight c3. Tatev went for f5. I'm not a fan of this f5 with regards to the situation of the match. Yeah, Black can play solidly with knight f6 here. Let's take, for example, d5 still. Bishop b6, e4, queen into e7, bishop e2, then you bishop e5. Yes. Threatening takes on c3 and taking on e4. If you go queen c2, for example, then this castles. And that is fine. So if white continues with knight f3, you take on c3, right? Now the queen cannot take. This knight takes e4. Takes on d5. Okay, but with f5, there's a big difference. d5, okay. Knight f6, g3, bishop e7, knight f3, castles, bishop g2, a5, castles. Okay, Black's point of a5 is that she wants to go for knight a6 and stopping b4, yeah. She wants to go knight a6 and knight c5. And c8, knight e4. That's the thing about f5. Weakness on f5 and e6. Knight a6. And nice move by Alice. Yeah, on the spot, she saw that important tactic. After taking g2, the intermediate move on f5, hitting e7 with a double attack on c8 and g8. White wins pawn. Q to b7 takes h8, e1. Takes on e6, f3. Bishop h3, queen d4, threat queen h4. Sure. e4. This one not needed. Yeah. Simple was just knight takes f5. You rob a pawn, takes, develop a piece, centralize a rook, put the bishop on f2, and it's an easy game. Yes, you can play b4 later on. Yeah. Well, Black could probably play a4 and just go bishop f2. Yeah. Bishop protects the king. You can go for knight e5 and then e4 here. She went for e4. c5, not the best reaction here. Black can just play bishop h3. Yes. Now the problem now for white is the knight on e7. Now you're threatening c5. Yep. And if let's say knight e1, trying to go for knight f2, Black has knight c5, threatening knight b3. And the problems will just compound. You go queen e3, there's knight takes e4, takes knight g4, to rook e8. Black's development. Look at white here. Yes. But c5 was a bad reaction from Tatev, allowing white to regroup with queen d6 and queen c6. All right, the advantage still remains after that. Take on f5, queen a4, 5, bishop g5, knight d5. Of course, you cannot take on d5. This bishop takes f6, you lose that exchange. Queen f7 takes, strong outpost, centralizing the rook, bad pawn, bad knight. Queen h7 attacking f5, queen c2 back, centralizing queen, and finding nicely discovered attack, right? Discovered attack on the rook, and after rook takes d1, another intermediate move. Yes, intermediate check on the king. After king g8, only then you take the rook. Target is the knight. The rook went to c8. Now, if you go knight d4, of course you lose that exchange on f8. So Tatev went for rook c8, but it's still winning for white with rook b6, knight d4, queen d5, queen f7. No mercy for Alice. Takes and checkmate on h8. With her back against the wall, she delivered in a mastering situation, forcing the match into an Armageddon. All right, let's check out the Armageddon game. Okay, in Armageddon, white gets 5 minutes and black 4 minutes, but white needs to win. Black only needs a draw. Right, but there's also an interesting Armageddon here, because in this tournament, once you reach 60 moves, okay, once you reach 60, you get an increment of 2 seconds. All right. So it's actually a good thing for if you're playing the black side. Yeah. Armageddon is good for black. Just play solid chess. Yeah. Knight f3, d5, c4, e6, e3, takes on c4, takes on c4, knight f6, okay. e4, a6, castles, c5, bishop e2, knight b7, knight c3, e6. I'm a bit faster, just b5, yeah. Now let's turn for b6. Knight e5, bishop b7. Now black needs a draw. It would have been better just to take the knight on e5 here. Take some e5, we take d1, we take d1, knight e7. Yeah. If let's say f4, this bishop b7. You also have the majority on the queen side with 3 against 2. Alice went for bishop b7, midway allows white to have some chances to win, by the way. Bishop f3 takes and takes. Black is not castled yet. Took on d4, took on e5. Capture on e5 is too late. Now bishop f4. d1 was also possible here. So bishop f4, bishop e7, rook fd1, castles. Here, I played knight e4. White missed the win on the spot with queen b7. Yep. Exploiting the queen on d8. If black attacks the queen on b7 with knight c5, just take the queen on d8, and you have a double attack on e7 and d7. It's game over. But mistakes happen. It's part of the game, the pressure, it's Armageddon. Yeah, so everything is on the line. Plus, you're playing also a very young opponent. Yeah. So all these factors, the psychological factors, mistakes are just coming in. King H8. No more Queen B7. Rook D3, moving out of the pin. Rook C1. King H6 was actually nice. Black was able to play Queen D7. There's no one discovered check with Knight F6. The King's ready in H8. Queen E2. The process of elimination. You only need a draw. Okay, eliminate the knight. Takes. Rook H3. She was very calm, no problem. She played Rook A8, centralizing the rook, rook at an open file. Okay, Queen H5 is met by Queen E4, protecting H7. So, and Black should be better here. Queen C2, no Queen E4, and also attacking H7, which is G6. A3. Okay, for example, if bishop goes to G5, it's bishop E7. No bishop at 6. A3, an active move, rook D4, and rook G4, threatening mate on G2. Bishop 6, king G8 again, eliminating the rook, takes. Now you only have to worry about this D2 to H6. And Alice is very tricky with rook C8. See this trick, yeah? It's especially in a faster time control. These tricks are very dangerous. White was so quick on playing B4. And now that bishop takes F2 sacrifice. Sure. Queen takes F2, hit the rook on C1. White should have played King H2 here. Yes. And he might be able to win this game, because again, the threat will be B4. Yeah, the rook has to move either E8. Yeah. And then you go G4 here. Yeah. G4. Okay. B4. Bishop takes F2. Now it's winning for black. Rook takes C1. Queen B8. Okay. The queen is ready to go for Queen F8 if in case white plays Queen D2 at Queen A6. Sense of danger. Keeping an eye on the pawn on B6 also. Rook C6. B5, yes. Queen F8. C8. C4. Okay. C4. Check. It's back. It's so mature here. C3, not giving white any chances. Take the pawn. Okay, she was very nervous while I was watching it live. But even when she was nervous, she was still playing good moves. Okay, the main point of Rook A2 is Queen A8. Hitting G2. Queen A7, Queen C8. Nothing white can do here. Here A4. A2 back. A3. Just keep checking. Check. And then attack the pawn on G5. Rook takes G5. H5. Of course. Takes on G2. Rook G4 back. Okay, now take the queen. It's also very alert. H4. Pawn cannot be stopped. And then H3. With the win, the Armageddon, Alice wins the match. And she's back in the finals playing Irina Krush once more. Okay, they will play a classical match tomorrow. If Irina wins the classical phase, and then she wins the championship. But if Alice wins the classical match, they will still play a rapid match. That is a consolation for Irina, because she never lost a match yet. This is an interesting format. Yeah? You lose one match, you're still alive. 2 matches, you're done. Right, so that was it. That's day number 7 for you. I would like to thank you guys for supporting our channel, Charles Smash Chats and Charles Smash Entertainment on Facebook and YouTube. This is Coach Oliver. Stay safe, everyone.